All right, everybody. Today I'm going to teach you how to date vintage t-shirts. Now today tees are, vintage tees, especially band tees and things like that, are worth hundreds and thousands of dollars. So this will be a guide on how to tell if the tee that you grabbed out of your dad's closet or you got at the thrift store is actually worth anything, and to see if it's actually old. There are a handful of ways to distinguish an item as vintage, so just stay tuned throughout the video. It's like a puzzle. There's multiple aspects to it. So let's just jump right into it. So the first thing I'm going to look for in identifying if a t-shirt is actually vintage is I'm going to go ahead and look at the sleeve here, and as you can see, there's only one stitch, which is what you want. T-shirts produced prior to 1995 primarily only had one stitch. Modern t-shirts now have two stitches like this, as you can see. So if your shirt looks old or has an old date on it or something like that, but it has two stitches, it's most likely not vintage. There are exceptions, of course, which is why I say it's like a puzzle. You have to kind of, connect the dots on a couple things to see if your item is genuinely vintage. The next thing you're going to want to look at is you're going to want to go ahead and see if there are any dates or copyrights on the shirt. As you can see, this is an Ozfest 1999 shirt, so most likely it is from 99, but you can never be too sure. The copyright down here is very important because that'll give us an exact date, and most likely the copyright it's a good indicator to show when the shirt was actually produced. So those are your first two. The next thing you're going to want to look at here is you are going to want to see if the shirt itself has a tag. Shirts produced in 2010 and further do not have paper tags primarily. They have a screen printed tag, just like this here. So if you have a tee that looks old or you think is old and it has a screen printed tag, a screen printed tag, it's not old. This is a surefire way to tell. Additionally, you're going to want to see if the t-shirt is made in the USA, because that's a huge indicator as well that the tee might actually be old. A lot of clothing did used to be produced in the United States. It's no longer. But yeah, those are pretty much the four puzzle pieces that I would look for when I'm dating vintage shirts. You can see exactly how old they are, and to see if they're genuinely true vintage. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content regarding vintage clothes. Have a great one. Thanks for watching.